Right now, in an age where housing prices in major cities are climbing at a dizzying pace, owning a home has almost become a luxury for millions of young people. And now Elon Musk, the man who has always been obsessed with conquering space and rebuilding Earth, has once again shocked the entire world. After electric cars, reusable rockets, and humanoid robots, he has stepped into a field that seems completely unrelated: housing. The Tesla tiny house, a super small home carrying the Tesla brand, is not simply a house with a modest size. It feels more like a statement about how humans could live in the future. Its price is only $7,999. In other words, that is almost the same as the price of a high-end scooter. The house covers only about 280 square feet, which is roughly 26 square meters. But inside it carries Musk's philosophy, advanced technology, and his entire vision for a sustainable world. This is not just a story about selling a cheap product. The deeper goal is to help solve the global housing crisis, especially by easing the pressure that young people and middle-class families are facing as housing costs keep moving further out of reach. What stunned the world was not only that unbelievable price. The real shock came from the way Tesla produces this house. Musk is never like the traditional construction model: expensive, slow, and far too dependent on manual labor. He wants to turn housing into an industrial product built on an automated production line with robots, just like the way Tesla makes cars. During a shareholder meeting, he once said something along these lines: "If we can build complex cars in just a few hours, why can't we build houses the same way?" In this video, let's take a closer look at this crazy idea. Before we dive deeper into the story, if you enjoy in-depth videos like this about technology and electric vehicles, don't forget to hit subscribe and turn on notifications, because what is about to happen in this industry is something you will not want to miss. The Tesla tiny house is said to have come from Tesla's Gigafactory Fremont in California. There, hundreds of robots handle the assembly of foldable modules, while every weld and every panel is inspected with a level of precision far beyond what human hands can achieve. Instead of being built directly on a construction site, the house is completed inside the factory and then transported as one whole unit to the location the customer wants. From the frame to the electrical system, everything is already prepared in advance. No more chaotic construction sites, no more building delays, and no more unexpected extra costs. The house weighs only about 5,000 pounds, or nearly 2,270 kilograms, so it can be moved easily with a regular truck. When folded, it fits inside the dimensions of a 20-foot container, which means it can be shipped all over the world through existing logistics networks. Its structure uses advanced materials, including high-strength steel that is many times stronger than ordinary steel, ultra-durable concrete that is hard to crack, EPS insulation that helps maintain the temperature inside, and multi-layer composite materials that can resist fire, corrosion, storms, and even acid rain. Each panel is pressed under 250,000 pounds of pressure into one seamless block, making it extremely strong yet surprisingly lightweight. This is exactly the kind of thinking Tesla once applied when building car bodies. Installation takes only 1 to 3 hours. Yes, you heard that right. As long as the area has electricity and water, Tesla handles everything else: transportation, installation, leveling, and connecting the smart system. There is no need for a construction crew, no need for engineers standing by on site, and no need for a complicated permitting process like traditional buildings. Because it can be classified as a mobile home or a form of independent living space, this idea aims to change the way people think about construction from the ground up with one ambitious slogan: build like a car, live like the future. But the truly exciting part is inside. Even though the space is only about 26 square meters, the ceiling is over 9 feet high, and the large floor-to-ceiling glass doors make the space feel bright, open, and almost like stepping into the interior cabin of a SpaceX spacecraft. The overall layout is clean, modern, and extremely efficient. The space is divided into the main areas: a living room, a kitchen, a bedroom, and a bathroom. However, everything is multifunctional, so almost not a single square meter is wasted. The sofa in the living room can turn into a bed, while the wall-mounted TV supports AI-powered voice recognition. The kitchen may be small, but it comes fully equipped with an induction cooktop, a stainless steel sink, a mini fridge, an oven, dishes, and even a hidden dishwasher. The dining table can fold into a work desk, and when opened up, it's wide enough to host guests. The bedroom uses a Murphy bed that folds into the wall, freeing up space during the day. The bathroom is compact, but it still feels premium, with a glass shower, a minimalist sink, a water-saving toilet, an automatic ventilation system, and a layout that makes use of every tiny corner, almost like the interior compartment of Starship. This house can also be modular and expandable. If multiple tiny houses are connected horizontally or vertically, they can become a home for a family of 4 to 5 people. Just like Lego blocks, they can be mass-produced while still being customized to each person's needs. Each module already comes with built-in connections for electricity, water, and data, creating an experience that feels almost plug-and-play. This is not just a small house. It is part of the Tesla ecosystem. If connected to solar roof and Powerwall, the house can operate completely off the grid. Tesla calls this model Living Off-Grid 2.0. The water system, called Teslo, can collect rainwater, purify it through nanomembrane filtration, reuse gray water for plants or toilets, and use artificial intelligence to optimize daily water consumption. Through the Tesla app, users can remotely control energy, lighting, home appliances, temperature, and security. The feeling is almost like living inside a Tesla car. When a Tesla vehicle pulls into the parking area, the house automatically recognizes it and activates Welcome Home mode. The lights turn on, the air conditioning adjusts itself to the owner's preferred temperature, and soft music starts playing in the background. The Tesla tiny house is not just a place to live, it is part of a complete ecosystem where electric cars, robots, solar energy, and artificial intelligence are all connected. Everything works together smoothly to create a living experience that almost never existed before. When Tesla announced the tiny house, many people immediately thought of Boxable, the company that became famous in the United States with its foldable casita home. That was not a coincidence. Tesla entered a strategic partnership with Boxable not to copy the idea, but to upgrade and expand the concept of foldable housing. The core idea is to turn a house into something that can be folded up and moved as easily as a shipping container. What makes it even more interesting is that Musk is said to have once placed a Boxable casita near the Starbase facility in Texas and lived in it himself. He described it as simple but complete, a free lifestyle not tied down by material things. That experience became the inspiration for the Tesla team to push the idea even further. The goal is to create a smart home that is both affordable and premium feeling, built on a robotic production line, so homeownership can become more realistic for ordinary people. If the Boxable Casita was the first generation of foldable homes, then the Tesla Tiny House is the second generation, where technology, automation, and sustainability come together. Musk does not want this product to remain just an experiment. He wants to mass produce it on a global scale, just like the way the iPhone or the Model 3 once became mainstream. Tesla did not simply buy Boxable's idea, they redesigned everything, from the materials to the modular structure. The casita uses an aluminum frame and basic composite panels assembled by workers in smaller-scale workshops. Tesla, on the other hand, uses laser welding robots to create a high-strength steel frame, presses materials under massive pressure, and applies composite panels with twice the insulation and 3 times the soundproofing. As a result, the house is almost 3 times lighter while still being stronger, and the price is only a fraction of the cost. The biggest shock is still the price, $7,999. The Boxable Casita starts at around $60,000, and once shipping and installation costs are added, the real number can climb past $130,000 to $150,000. Musk is not hiding his intention. Just like Tesla once helped push the price of electric cars lower, he wants to prove that a house can also be built at a price similar to a vehicle thanks to automation and mass production. The convenience is completely different as well. Boxable can take several days to install and still requires workers and specialized equipment. Tesla can complete the entire process in 1 to 3 hours. The house arrives packed like a container, unfolds at the installation site, and only needs to be connected to electricity and water. There's no need for a traditional construction crew. It feels almost like unboxing a high-tech product. This is how Tesla turns housing into an industrial product, no longer limited by local weather or old-school construction barriers. Musk once said that building a house should not take months, it should be made like a laptop. Now, the Tesla tiny house is turning that idea into reality. Even its folding structure is an engineering masterpiece. The modules open up like doors, while the ultra-durable alloy hinge system is inspired by the frame technology of the Model Y. Once fully opened, an automatic electromagnetic system locks every section into the correct position, creating a sealed, waterproof, and sound-insulated structure. Artificial intelligence monitors the entire unfolding process. If the ground is too sloped or anything unusual is detected, the system will alert the user and stop. The design of the house is minimalist but deeply high-tech. It blends Nordic style, Japanese minimalism, and a futuristic SpaceX-like feeling. The materials include recycled wood, anodized aluminum, and carbon fiber composite. They are lightweight, durable, and easy to reuse. Not a single line or corner is wasted. The living room and kitchen are connected in an open space. Low-emission floor-to-ceiling glass allows sunlight to flood the interior. The LED lighting system automatically adjusts its brightness depending on the time of day. The kitchen uses A+ energy-saving appliances powered directly by the Powerwall or the solar panels on the roof. The bedroom may be small, but it feels warm and comfortable, with cozy materials, soft lighting, and good sound insulation to block outside noise. The bathroom shows just how much comfort technology can create. Tesla recycles gray water and checks water quality in real time. If the pH level or bacterial count becomes abnormal, the UV filter automatically activates. The Tesla Home app even shows how many liters of water you have saved each day. The key point is this: the Tesla tiny house is not just a house, it is Tesla's strategy for expanding its ecosystem. In Musk's vision, there are no hard boundaries between industries. Cars, energy, housing, robots, and artificial intelligence are all connected into one single smart ecosystem. You step out of your Tesla, walk into the tiny house, and tell Optimus to clean the room. No complicated setup, no messy cables, no confusing controls. Everything runs smoothly, almost like a natural flow. That is why many people describe the Tesla tiny house as a living object. It has a central brain similar to Tesla's self-driving software. The artificial intelligence learns the owner's daily habits: when they wake up, when they work, when they cook, and when they go to sleep. Based on that data, it optimizes lighting, temperature, sound, and energy use. When you sleep, it dims the lights, turns off unnecessary devices, and automatically switches into energy-saving mode. With that level of automation, the Tesla tiny house does not just reduce living costs, it also brings carbon emissions down to almost zero. Elon Musk claims this is the world's first truly mass-producible carbon-neutral home. Thanks to this integration, Tesla has an advantage that is extremely hard for competitors to catch up with. Boxable and other foldable home companies mainly focus on the physical structure. Tesla, on the other hand, controls the entire chain: production, solar roof, Powerwall, Megapack energy storage, Tesla electric vehicles, and the Optimus robot. When all these pieces come together, the tiny house is no longer just a place to live. It becomes an energy and data hub inside the massive ecosystem Musk is building. But the part that gets the most attention is its social ambition. Musk has openly said this product was not created just to make money. It is aimed at helping solve the global housing crisis. Today, more than 1.6 billion people are living without proper housing. In major cities, home prices have risen far beyond average income. Many young people can work for 10 years and still not afford even a small apartment. A Tesla tiny house priced under $8,000 opens up a completely new possibility. Buying a home could become almost as simple as buying a car. Of course, Musk understands that laws, cities, zoning rules, and even social attitudes all need to change. But he believes technology will lead the way. Just like Tesla once helped the world accept electric cars, foldable mobile homes powered by renewable energy and designed to be self-sufficient may no longer be a distant dream. As soon as Tesla revealed the technical specifications, people immediately started comparing it with the boxable casita. But this is not just a competition over price and technology. It is a battle between two manufacturing philosophies. One side represents improved craftsmanship, while the other represents full automation. In terms of size, the Casita is about 361 square feet, slightly larger than the Tesla tiny house at 280 square feet. But that is exactly Tesla's optimization philosophy: smaller, lighter, easier to transport, and easier to install. At 5,000 pounds, it weighs less than half as much as the Casita, sharply reducing logistics costs and increasing mobility. The Casita weighs around 13,000 pounds, so it requires specialized equipment for transport and deployment. The price is the most shocking factor. The Casita costs around $60,000, and after adding shipping, foundation work, and installation fees, the total can exceed $150,000. Tesla's version costs only $7,999. At first, many people thought this was just a marketing stunt. But according to internal Tesla reports, full automation and a simplified supply chain make this price genuinely possible. Materials and components are produced in-house. There is no middle layer of distribution. It follows the same production logic as the Model 3. The installation time is even more incredible. The Casita requires several days of waiting, with technicians manually connecting electricity and water. Tesla completes the entire process in 1 to 3 hours. It arrives as one complete block, unfolds on site, and becomes ready to use. It feels like setting up a camping tent, but infused with space technology. Artificial intelligence handles frame balancing, structural locking, and safety checks with extremely high precision. Like other Tesla products, energy integration gives it a major advantage over competitors. The Casita still depends on the power grid and local infrastructure, while the Tesla tiny house can be completely independent thanks to solar roof, Powerwall, and Tesla. It is not just a house. It is a self-sufficient energy unit. If it generates excess electricity, the owner can sell it back to the grid. The resident becomes a small-scale electricity producer. Its modular expandability is also very impressive. Units can be connected horizontally, vertically, and even stacked like Lego blocks. A single person can start with one module. After starting a family, they can expand to 3 or 4 modules to create a home for a family of 5 without moving away or rebuilding from scratch. The artificial intelligence recognizes the new modules and syncs the energy, water, and data systems in just a few minutes. This is something Boxable can almost only dream of. Socially, the Tesla tiny house is a rebellion against the traditional real estate market. Land prices, construction costs, and complicated legal procedures have trapped many people in debts that last for decades. Tesla offers a smarter, more flexible, and freer option. No fixed foundation, no lifetime mortgage, no being tied down to one location. As long as you can rent, land, or use an off-grid area, you can own a comfortable living space. Elon Musk once said Tesla does not encourage people to ignore local laws. However, the marketing message about being less burdened by land, heavy taxes, and permits is still a bold media bombshell. Public reaction exploded. Experts say that even if some claims may be designed to attract attention, the real potential is huge. Local governments have started becoming more open to renewable energy mobile housing, and Tesla's influence could change policy the same way it once did with electric vehicles. Philosophically, Musk sees minimalism as proof of intelligent evolution. At the tiny house introduction, he said that minimalist living does not mean poverty. It means living more efficiently. Each Tesla home is not designed simply to satisfy material desire. It points toward a more conscious lifestyle, using less, regenerating more, living closer to nature, while still maintaining comfort and connectivity. For Musk, the tiny house is also tied to sustainability on both Earth and Mars. If humanity wants to build communities on Mars, it must first learn how to create efficient, independent living spaces that do not rely on existing infrastructure. He said the tiny house is the starting point. In reality, its modular design, energy autonomy, and Tesla water circulation system are well suited for harsh environments like the Red Planet. Economically, this is also a very smart brand strategy. It opens the door to millions of people who cannot yet afford a Tesla car. For less than $8,000, they can own a Tesla product not as a vehicle, but as a living space. This is similar to how Apple once expanded access with the iPhone SE, more mainstream, but still carrying a premium feeling. Overall, its advantages are quite clear. Like the iPhone, mass production drives prices down sharply and removes most middle costs. From ordering to moving in, the process can be completed in just a few hours, creating a level of convenience that has never existed before. It is sustainable and resilient during natural disasters. With its steel frame and composite materials, the house can withstand strong winds and major storms. Because it's independent in energy and water, it does not need to rely on traditional infrastructure. Off-grid living becomes more realistic than ever. It is flexible and mobile, allowing people to move according to work, climate, or personal preference. Expansion is also very simple. You can start with one small module, then gradually stack or connect more units to create a larger home without rebuilding. It completely redefines the idea of future housing. Finally, Tesla offers a lifetime warranty for the frame and promises to buy the house back after 10 years at 50% of the selling price, something almost unheard of in the housing industry. This gives buyers more confidence that Tesla truly wants to turn a house from a rigid piece of real estate into a consumer technology product. But the most important thing is not the technology. It is the lifestyle philosophy this house represents. Musk believes technology only matters when it serves people. This house symbolizes a redefinition of modern happiness. Value is no longer measured by size or luxury, but by freedom, comfort, and sustainability. Looking ahead, Tesla aims for explosive sales in the year 2026. Gigafactory Fremont is only the starting point. Similar factories could appear in Texas, Europe, and Asia, making home production as common as electric vehicle production. At that point, the future Tesla is imagining could look like a completely new kind of community. Every home is connected to solar energy. Power walls share electricity, Tesla reuses water, artificial intelligence controls everything. No more emissions, no more tangled wires across the streets. Just shiny rooftops and quiet, clean, self-sufficient neighborhoods. Musk calls this the era of smart living, a world where every individual controls their own space, no longer trapped by mortgages, and no longer dependent on real estate giants. A home is no longer a burden. It becomes a living machine that travels with humanity on its journey of evolution. The Tesla tiny house is only 26 square meters, but inside it carries a massive vision. It challenges the old housing model and opens up a new philosophy. Live smaller, dream bigger. If Musk is right, then in just a few years, compact solar-powered mobile homes standing next to Tesla vehicles will no longer be science fiction. They will become reality. If this video was helpful to you, leaving a like is the best way to support the channel and help this content reach more people. And if you have not subscribed yet, this is the perfect time, because the story of the battery revolution is not over, and we will keep following it together. See you in the next video.